What is going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to a special vlog. Honestly, the only reason that I'm making this vlog is because for the past several days, since this scandal broke and hit the internet regarding Toby Turner, I have been messaged probably by about 100 separate people, no lie, on Twitter, through my email, posts on my forums, comments on my videos that have absolutely nothing to do with this, all asking Phil, when are you going to comment on Toby Turner? What about Toby Turner? Did you hear about Toby Turner? What do you think about Toby Turner? Toby Turner, Toby Turner, Toby Turner. So, I'm making this video as a direct result of that. In fact, I had a poll on Twitter last night, and I said, I have an option to do all these videos. I could react to a trailer, I could do first impressions on a game, and overwhelmingly people voted for me to make a vlog about Toby Turner, so here goes. So, if you're not aware, what I'm talking about is that a scandal has hit the internet. Multiple women are now coming out and basically saying that Toby Turner is a person who cheated on them. Toby Turner is a drug addict. Toby Turner is a very erratic person who emotionally abuses women. And of course, the biggest, most heinous accusation against Toby Turner right now is one particular girl has basically said that he is a rapist. Pretty heavy stuff. And normally, I again wouldn't address it, but people want to know my take on it. So you might say, why? Why do people want Phil's take on this, right? Well, the bottom line is I had a relationship with Toby Turner many years ago. It was a very short-lived one. It was a very short interaction, but it blew up a little bit into controversy because it was a while back when I was a lot more popular on YouTube. A lot of people talked about it. And so, allow me to review my history with Toby Turner so you understand some of the reference. Once upon a time, way back when, in 2011, finally it became okay on YouTube to monetize gameplay videos. That's right, before 2011, if you attempted to monetize any video that had to do with gameplay, chances are it could get copyright flags, it could get third-party flags, you could lose your advertisement rights, or there could just be all kinds of malicious stuff that happened. So really, no one bothered with trying to monetize gameplay until around 2011, when apparently some policy change behind doors at YouTube decided that yes, now you could put ads on gameplay videos. So at that time, in early 2011, I actually partnered my channel DSP Gaming with Machinima, and I started putting ads on all of my gameplay videos. Of course, keep in mind, this was after I'd gotten laid off from my full-time job in late 2010. I had never expected to turn my YouTube channel into anything profitable. It just kind of happened like that, and thank God it did, because at the time, I had no source of income to pay my bills. I had just gotten a condo in Connecticut, and I was very worried about, am I going to get freaking, foreclosed on if I can't afford my bills? Luckily, everything worked out. I was able to monetize all of my gameplay videos on DSP Gaming. At that time, I was actually growing and becoming virally popular on YouTube for doing what I was doing, and all was well. That is, until the summer of 2011, when Madden released, right? Madden is always one of those high-profile games every single year that releases, and every year there's a new version. Every year, millions of people run out and buy the new version, regardless of the fact of if the game is actually good or not. So, Madden comes out, and one of the gameplay ads, one of the ads on gameplay videos on YouTube that becomes the prominent one that you see on every gameplay video on YouTube is this insanely long video ad. It's like 3 to 5 minutes long, starring, that's right, you guessed it, Toby Turner. Now, Toby Turner was known to be a very well-known comedian slash kind of a personality on YouTube. He wasn't known for gaming. But in 2011, he decided to open a gameplay channel called Toby Games. And for the first time, he started doing Let's Plays with his face on Facecam and commentary and all of that over the videos. So because he was trying to promote his new channel, Toby Games, and because he was already virally popular for his literal trailers and other comedy-based skits, EA Games, apparently in all of their wisdom, which as we know they have none, thought that it would be a great idea to hire Toby Turner to advertise Madden that year in this big 3 to 5 minute long video ad. Now the bottom line is the ad was absolutely laughable. If anyone remembers it, my God, it was terrible. Basically, the whole ad, the gist of it was Toby doesn't play video games, doesn't play Madden, doesn't know anything about football, yet he's trying to flub around and joke around while other people are playing the game. He's trying to play the game himself, and he doesn't know how to play it. That was basically the gist of the ad. So I need to ask you a question. If you were planning on maybe being on the fence about buying Madden that year, if you saw a 3 to 5 minute video ad of a guy acting like a clown saying, I don't play this game, would you buy it? Well, of course, the answer is no. The ad basically failed miserably. No one bought Madden because Toby Turner was in this ad. But that wasn't what I had issue with. What I had issue with was that at the end of this 3 to 5 minute video ad on YouTube on all of my gameplay and everyone else's gameplay videos was an actual clickable advertisement link to Toby Turner's YouTube channel, Toby Games. So it was an advertisement for a video game, which makes sense, with an advertisement for a competing video game channel built into it. It was completely ridiculous. It was a horrible, unfair business practice, and the fact that that was put on everyone's gameplay videos in the summer of 2015 was incredibly disrespectful. It was irresponsible of YouTube, quite honestly, to do that. It was irresponsible of EA to make the ad, and it was irresponsible of Toby Turner as well, because it's bullshit that he would actually allow that and say, wow, this is good for my image. I'm promoting myself on everyone else's gameplay videos on YouTube. So when I got wind of this, when I started seeing this video appear on all of my videos, I made a ranting video about it. Now, back then in 2011, when I made a rant video, it got attention. It went virally popular. That video got hundreds of thousands of views, and everyone started spreading the word and saying, this is fucking bullshit. Why does Toby Turner get free advertisement on our gameplay channels just because we monetize our videos? Why don't we have the ability to select the ads that we want? And just think about this. What a different place YouTube would be if people who created monetized content were actually able to select the advertisements they wanted to show. I could actually select gameplay style ads for you, games, pop culture, movies, stuff that I know that you are probably a fan of, and bottom line is you'd be a lot more engaged to watch the ads if they were ads catered to you. Same thing goes for any of those other channels on YouTube that have nothing to do with gaming. They don't want gameplay or gaming videos on or ads on this stuff. They want other ads. Why don't we have that ability on YouTube? That would be a great idea, right? Control the advertisements, but no. Google, no. They're too busy off in their fucking ivory fucking towers thinking that they're the brainiacs of the internet, changing the fucking website constantly, doing things that hinder everyone's business on YouTube because they're smart. Why would we want to choose advertisements that are targeted to our audience so that our audience actually fucking engages and uses the ads? No, we don't want that. But here's what we'll do. We'll cancel 10 features you like and we'll do stupid shit on YouTube like YouTube Red on Demand. Everyone wants to see those shows, right? But I digress. The bottom line is, useful feature that should be on YouTube is not, and in the summer of 2011, everyone had Toby Turner's fucking gameplay channel advertised on their own gameplay, and it was incredibly unfair. Now, do I personally think that it was Toby Turner who made this choice? No. But he filmed the ad. He knew there was going to be a plug for his channel at the end of the ad, so you have to hold him at least partially responsible because he knew that this was going to take place. Well, after I made my rant video and hundreds of thousands of people watched it and started complaining about it, Toby Turner actually directly tweeted me on Twitter. By the way, this is when I was relatively new on Twitter, so it was very surprising to me that he even found me. And he said, oh, so I, something to the effect of, I heard that you complained or something. Yeah, I didn't know that this was going to be on other people's gameplay videos. I'll talk to them. I'll talk to EA or whoever about getting it taken down, okay? Wow, now, that sounds good to me, right? I mean, I actually got the attention of this guy who was big on YouTube, just started doing gaming, and basically said that he was going to try to get the ad taken down. I hadn't expected that. Now, I responded to Toby on Twitter, and I said, Toby, I'd like to have a conversation with you about this, because I think that this is something that you need to talk to other gamers about before you do this kind of stuff. And, give me the courtesy, let's have a 5-minute conversation, at least so you understand what's going on. And he said, okay. And since then, I've not heard a peep from Toby Turner. He did not message me. He did not email me, even though all that information, the contact information was public. He did not go out of his way to actually contact me and have the conversation that he said on Twitter he would have with me. So basically, he fluffed me. He promised me one thing, said that he was going to do it. He didn't fucking do it at all. I wouldn't be surprised if he blocked me or, maybe muted me on Twitter. I don't know, because I never tweeted the guy again. I never heard from him after this time period. What I can tell you is this. The ads did not go away. The ads persisted for about another 2 to 3 weeks until Madden kind of was out of its own life cycle. After the first month, who's running out to buy Madden anymore? And once the video got enough plays, it got cycled out of YouTube's ad system. And that's pretty much it. Quite honestly, I've never really had issues at all besides that one with YouTube's ads. The only thing that I probably would complain about in YouTube's ad system, for about 6 months, a few years ago, they had this real heavy ad campaign for other YouTubers would advertise their channels on your stuff, and it didn't make sense. Like, I had people cooking and people doing all this stupid shit advertising on my YouTube videos. It made no sense, and it was just really fucking stupid, and it did promote other people's channels, which is a bad business practice. So I disagree with that, and I still to this day will disagree if ever there's an advertisement on anyone's channel that's advertising a competitor's channel. It's not fair. It's an underhanded business practice. It should not happen, and I stand by my statements from back in 2011. It's bullshit. Toby was at fault. EA was at fault. YouTube was at fault. Everyone was collectively at fault at that time. And to be completely transparent, that isn't where it kind of ended from my standpoint, because people further on followed up with me and said, well, what do you think about Toby Turner or whatever? And my honest opinion at the time in 2011 was, I don't really care about Toby Turner. He's a comedian and he makes literal trailers for video games and movies and stuff. It has nothing to do with me. But what I did disagree with was that, oh, look, now we can monetize gameplay videos. So all of a sudden, isn't it a funny coincidence that as video game videos are able to be monetized, all of a sudden Toby Turner opens up a gameplay channel on YouTube. It's funny because he never mentioned video games before in anything he did, and all of a sudden now he claims he's an avid gamer and he wants to play all the hottest new games with a webcam and commentary, which is hilarious because if you ever watched any of his videos, you can tell within 5 fucking seconds that all of it is staged. None of it is actual live response to anything. He plays the games ahead of time and then he does the webcam and the reactions afterward while he pretends to play the game. It's completely disingenuous. It's a laughing stock. It's a joke, and it's disrespectful to anyone who actually does do live commentary over gameplay. It's fucking bullshit. And the bottom line is the only reason he ever fucking did it was for this, because he wanted to cash the fuck in. Now, did Toby Turner need to do a gameplay channel? No. He had a very successful comedy/vlogging channel, and he had a very successful literal trailers channel. He already was virally popular on YouTube and was probably making hundreds of thousands, if not more than that, a year in revenue from his advertisements on his videos. But he wanted more. He needed that extra dollar, right? He wanted to go the extra mile and snatch up as much fucking money as he possibly could. When the iron was hot, he struck. And he did a gameplay channel, Toby Games in 2011, and got a giant market share from that, and got advertisements for Madden that advertised his channel even fully. And it's bullshit. And the bottom line is, anyone who does that underhanded bullshit just to make a dollar is scum, in my opinion. And I think that business practice of Toby Turner for 2011 was very scummy. It was very greedy. It was very fucked up. And to this day, I will also stand by that statement, that was wrong. He was already popular. Why don't you grow yourself in your own market rather than try to steal up other people's markets just because you're virally popular on YouTube? It's fucking greedy as shit, and it's fucking disgusting. Alright, so outside of all those occurrences in 2011, the only other time that I ever really spoke about Toby Turner in history was when he actually hosted the Ubisoft press conference at E3 that same year. Yeah, the EA thing wasn't a big enough fail, right? No one cared about him in the Madden ad. Let's get Toby Turner to host the E3 press conference. And he was terrible. His jokes weren't funny. His lines were awkward. His timing was terrible. He tried to have a back and forth with the other hosts. He sounded just god-awful and awkward. Nothing was funny about what he did at E3 that year. He was not invited back, and he's never done any kind of high-profile thing at E3 since then, because I think that time people finally saw he was in the limelight, in the camera. He fucked up and failed miserably. Now, the Toby fanboys will say, oh, let's make excuses for him. Oh, it was a script, and the script was bad. Bullshit. It was all improv, and it's actually come out since now that, no, that was all Toby. He fucked it up, and it was a terrible presentation, anything that he was involved in that year, and that's why he's not back, and he doesn't do E3 shit anymore. He still goes, but he's not hosting, and he's not doing these high-profile things. He's doing coverage for himself and for other YouTubers. So that's the last time I ever had any interaction with Toby Turner. I really have heard nothing about him whatsoever since 2011, and quite honestly, I'm fucking happy I didn't, because I don't care about him. I don't think that his gameplay coverage was ever legitimate. In the first place, it was done for this and for greed, and it wasn't legitimate Let's Plays regardless. It was bullshit, and I was just kind of glad to say, good riddance, never have to talk about him again. So, now let's fast forward. It's 2016. All of a sudden, these women are coming out of the woodwork to accuse Toby of being a drug addict, of being a sexual predator, of being a sexual addict, of never being faithful with them when he told them that he was being faithful with them, and then he would cheat on them behind their backs. And then some women even have accused him of drugging them against their will and having sex with them, which of course by law would constitute rape. And all these charges are being thrown around, and I've stayed away from it, but look at YouTube. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's got to have a video. Everyone's got to have their reactions. Everyone's got to have their opinions. And there's people who are staunchly against Toby. How dare he, that disgusting, filthy fucking rapist. He's a creep. He's scum. He's a criminal. He should go to jail. He should have his balls castrated off. His YouTube channel should be shut down. Fuck that guy. Then you got people on the other side of the fence. Well, really, it's only the story of one or two people. If this was true, why the hell didn't they go to the police at the time? It doesn't seem to make any kind of sense, almost as if maybe it was consensual all along, but now that they're not in league with Tony anymore, they don't... I'm saying Tony, his name's Toby. They're not in league with Toby anymore, and they don't, you know, they're not friends with him anymore. For whatever reason, he hasn't talked to them anymore. Now, suddenly, they're going to post on Tumblr and talk about it. Isn't that suspicious when we've had very similar things happen in a lot of cases recently? Just comes to mind some of these college rape cases of women who didn't go to the police, didn't have anything investigated, but they're walking around campus with a fucking mattress over their shoulder as some kind of a symbolism that they got raped and all this crazy shit. And then all this investigation happens just to find out it's all fabricated. But the reputations of the people who those women accused were absolutely ruined, and their lives are fucking ruined because everyone will always think of them as a rapist. I've said this before. First impressions are everything, and once you get associated with a very negative stigma, it never washes off. It always stays associated with you, and it's pretty fucked up. I mean, let's be honest here, I'm not immune to it, and I've had a shitload of stuff said about me. I think out of all the things, I'm a racist, I'm a Nazi, let's see, I'm a thief, I'm dishonest, I'm a hypocrite, I steal money from my patrons, and all this shit is completely wrong, completely misconstrued, and of course, there may be a nugget of truth in any of it that's spun into a negative way that makes it seem like it's true, when in reality, if I actually publicly addressed these issues one by one, they'd all go away. The problem is, then I would never do anything else, because every time I do something like that, another one comes up, and people make other shit up. The worst, by far, the absolute worst thing that was said about me was that I'm a pedophile. That my girlfriend, Leanna, was underage when I started dating her and having sex with her and all that. It's completely fucking fabricated and false. She was over the legal age of consent before I ever even spoke with her. So the people who say this literally pull shit out of their ass and make it up, but that's the problem. Once that rumor is on the internet, once that accusation is on the internet, people who are dumb, who are fucking gullible, who aren't intelligent and aren't going to take 5 minutes to research everything are going to take it, oh, it's true, right? It's true. It's got to be true. Phil's a pedophile, Toby Turner's a rapist, and everyone's everything bad that everyone says about them on the motherfucking internet. It's just kind of an innate part of human nature. We love drama. We love dirt. We want to know that other people have flaws and are imperfect because for some reason inside of us somewhere, it makes us feel better to know that other people who maybe were successful at some point aren't successful anymore or have these human flaws, that other people like us aren't perfect. And I think that's really what it is. When you get a YouTuber, when you get a celebrity, like a movie star or a musician, and you hear of all this shit, this negative shit that gets thrown out there by fucking TMZ or whoever the fuck wants to talk about it on YouTube. Sorry, I'm not going to give shout outs to the assholes of YouTube who all they do is talk about drama all day. They don't deserve a fucking plug from me because what they do is absolutely fucking worthless. In fact, it's pure harm. It does no good, and those people are fucking disgusting, vile creatures in my opinion. But I digress. The bottom line is humans love to think that others are worse than them or have some kind of evil hidden within them because it makes them feel better for whatever reason. I don't like that. I've never been like that. And even though every once in a while there may be something that I need to call attention to, for example, the Fine Brothers fiasco from a couple months ago when it was found that they were going to try to trademark and copyright any kind of a reaction video on YouTube. Now, was I trying to slander them? No, I was trying to call attention to the fact that someone actually was trying to take a style of YouTube video and make it so only they could legally do it. That's a lot different, okay? I didn't care about their personal reputations or any shit like that, and that directly reacted or affected my business and everyone else's business on YouTube, which is why I covered it. If you're going to talk about people's personal shit, it has to affect me in some way, and that's kind of the weird thing that I don't understand about how people love to hear these rumors about celebrities and YouTubers If it doesn't affect you, why do you care, right? Do you really need that piece of fucking self-appreciation and self-feeling of goodness that someone else is bad and you can feel like you're better than them? Is that what it is? Or do you feel so bad about yourself deep down that if you see someone who has some kind of success actually show that they have a human flaw to them, oh my god, that's great, I need dirt, I need more, I need to see 500 YouTubers talk about this dirt of another YouTuber. What the fuck? Alright, so I've beaten around the bush a lot in this video. Let's get to the subject at hand. What are my actual thoughts on the Toby Turner scandal? Here it is. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about Toby Turner. I don't care about what YouTuber slept with what girl. I don't care about who's a druggie. I don't care about how anyone acts outside of what's on fucking YouTube. Because guess what? It's none of my fucking business. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with you. The bottom line is, the situation with Toby Turner, there are 3 groups of people who should be involved. Toby Turner, the girls who are involved, who are accusing him of this stuff, and if it's true, the police. Those are the 3 fucking groups whose concern it should be and whose business it is to talk about this whole scandal. Period. No one else has any kind of fucking information or frame of reference between the people who were directly fucking there and know what happened. So everyone on the internet can make 500 reaction videos and drama alerts and bullshit about it to get views, money, right? Because right now what's popular on YouTube? It's the dirt. So it's not monetizing gameplay anymore. Now it's we gotta get the dirt on celebrities. Yeah, let's make the money. Who gives a flaming fucking shit? Be better than all those fucking people. Be better than all those, oh, well, I have to do the arbitrary, well, rape is wrong, but accusations aren't necessarily true. Forget it and stop it. Stop watching these fucking videos. These people would go the fuck away if people would stop being so immature and seep up the fucking drama every iota and chance that they can get. The bottom line is, I don't give a fuck about Toby Turner or anything about his personal shit, but I've been bombarded and fucking inundated with it for the past week because everyone else has to act like some kind of a schoolyard 5-year-old who wants to be up in everyone else's fucking personal business. Grow the fuck up. Alright, so you wanted my thoughts, there they are. I'm here to provide you with my commentary on entertainment, on video games, on all kinds of fun stuff. Not on other people's personal fucking issues that shouldn't be everyone's business, and no one should have any right to fucking talk about it unless they were there. The bottom line is, no one who's commented on the Toby Turner fiasco was there besides the girls and him. So if not, those 2 aren't talking about it and making videos, I don't give a fuck, and by the way, even if they did, I still wouldn't give a fuck, because I don't care about Toby Turner, and you shouldn't either, unless you're a fan of his, and now you're trying to make a moral choice. If I know someone is accused of something, can I continue to watch their content? And you know what? I'm also a victim of this, because I've been accused of ridiculous amounts of things by some people who have absolutely no kind of frame of reference whatsoever and made it up, by other people who have presented half fucking truths and completely blindsided me and never brought shit up with me in person, yet choose to come out in these crazy ass drama filled videos. All of a sudden, a startling revelation, Phil is a horrible person, let's destroy his reputation for an hour and a fucking half with no recourse and no way for me to even respond to it. I'm the victim of the same fucking thing. And the bottom line is, I know every time it happens, whether it's truthful, whether it's a half-truth, whatever it is, there are my viewers who have to make a decision for themselves and say, Phil is accused of this. There's no hard evidence of any of it, but Phil is accused of this. Will I continue to watch Phil's videos and enjoy them at face value for what they are, or I am really just so caught up in drama and bullshit that because I found out this could possibly be a possible thing about him, that I'm just never going to watch his content again. And I see it every time one of these bullshit accusations come out. I see fucking people on my forums posting up, goodbye forums, I'm gone, I'm not coming back, I'm done. And the bottom line is this, if those people are that fucking immature, good riddance. And I feel for Toby, at least in that regard, if he really is innocent, and now he's going to see huge hits to his business and everything going on, that's fucked up. But the bottom line is, it's no one's fucking business and no one should care. He makes comedy videos. If you like his comedy videos, watch them. If you don't, or you're so fucking morally objectified about what's going on right now, oh no, then don't watch his videos. But stop fucking making 500 drama videos on the internet about it. It's nobody's business but his and the girls and the police, period. That's my take. Thanks for watching. See you later.